All right. How's everyone doing this week? Hope you all enjoyed the lesson last week, and I hope everyone had a great week after that, had a great weekend. Go ahead and get into today's lesson. So what are we going to need today? Today we're going to need one of the following. We're going to need a ball that can be kicked. This could be a soccer ball or a playground ball. Next, we're going to need, again, some objects that can be used as placement markers or targets. This could be a cone, a water bottle, a cup, red Solo cup, anything like that, hula hoop, hamper, basket, anything basically that you guys have been using throughout our lessons is going to work for today as well. All right, so just an overview of today. We just did our greeting. We're going to get into an instant activity warm-up. We're going to get into what we're learning about today. We're going to get into our activities and our focus activity for the day. And then we're going to review and close out the lesson at the end, like we always do. So for today's instant activity warm-up, it's going to be a 3-level active warm-up. There's going to be 3 levels in this warm-up. You're going to perform each level for 3 sets with a 30-second rest in between each workout. So we're going to go through the workout sets. 1 time is equivalent to 1 set, and we're going to have 1 minute to complete each set. And if you finish before the 1 minute, just wait until I come back on, and then you guys can start the next activity. So level 1 workouts, we have jumping lunges. As you can see, there's a demonstration of that right here. Level 2, we have high knees. Level 3, we have butt kicks. So for the jumping lunges, we're going to do 10. So that's going to be 5 for each leg. And then we're going to do 20 high knees. That's 10 for each leg. And then 10 butt kicks, which is 10 for each leg. So what you guys are going to do is, like I had said before, we're going to complete 1 set of this. So you're going to do the jumping lunges, and then the high knees, and then the butt kicks, and then you guys have 1 minute to complete that. So I'm going to go ahead and mute my audio and turn my screen off and start this timer for you guys so you can get into it. All right. Here's your 30-second rest before set 2. All right, go ahead and get into set 2 here. Again, it's going to be the jumping lunges for 10, the high knees for 20, and then the butt kicks for 10. I'm going to go ahead and mute my audio, turn my screen off, and get you guys into set number 2 of our instant activity leveled workout today. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into our rest. Again, just for this rest time, you guys got 30 seconds. You got a little bit more now since I'm talking, but make sure we get a sip of water if we got some handy. Just make sure we're taking some rest because this is a high intensity workout. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys your rest here. All right, we're moving on into set number 3 here. Again, those same 3 workouts, jumping lunges, high knees, butt kicks, 10 jumping lunges, 20 high knees, 10 butt kicks. Here is your final set, your final minute. All righty. Good work, everyone. That's level 1 of our 3-level activity. So here's 30 seconds to get rested up for level 2. All right, we're gonna move on to level 2 of our 3-level instant activity warm-up. Level 2 workouts is gonna be 20 high knees this time, 10 calf raises, and then 20 high knees again. So you guys can see here, each of these has a demo. The only one that's gonna be different is those calf raises right here. And as you can see, that's how you do them right there. So again, 20 high knees, 10 calf raises, 20 high knees again. It's gonna be the same format. You guys are gonna have 1 minute to complete each set, and there's gonna be 3 sets of level 2 workouts. So here we go with the 20 high knees, 10 calf raises, and then 20 high knees again. Here's your minute. All right, good work, everyone. Oop, go forward, not backwards. All right, here's your 30-second rest. Make sure we grab a sip of water and rest up for the next set. All right, time's up. Here we go, getting into set number 2 of level 2 of our warm-up. All right, go ahead and finish up there. Give you guys 30 seconds rest before set 3. All right, here we go, set 3, set 3. Again, high knees, then calf raises, then high knees, 20 high knees, 10 calf raises, then 20 high knees. Here's your minute, let's go. All righty, great job, everyone. We get you guys 30 seconds rest before we get into our 3rd and final level of our 3-level instant activity warm-up. Alrighty, here we go. Level 3. We are going back to that first workout. 10 jumping lunges, 10 high knees, and then 10 butt kicks. So again, 10 jumping lunges, you can see them right here. 10 high knees, right under the high knees. That's what we're doing right there. And then the butt kicks, which we're doing right there. Level 3, here we go. Hang in there, everyone. Get you guys your minute here. Set number 1. Let's make sure we're still moving, still getting all these exercises in our 3-level instant activity. righty. Get you guys your 30 seconds rest before set 2. We got 2 more sets left to go. Let's make sure we're hanging in there, making sure we're grabbing some water right now. I know this has been a high intensity warm up. Alrighty, set number 2, same thing. 10 jumping lunges, 10 high knees, 10 butt kicks. Here's your minute. All right, go ahead and get your guys 30 seconds less, or your 30 seconds rest, excuse me, before our 3rd and final set of our 3rd and final level for our instant activity warm up. All righty, guys, here we go. Moving on to our 3rd and final set here. This is going to be our last set of our warm-up. Let's make sure we're giving it our all here. Let's make this our best set out of every set that we've done so far. So we got the 10 jumping lunges, the 10 high knees, and the 10 butt kicks. I'm going to start your guys' minute here. Let's get going. Alrighty, that's the end of our warm-up. That was a high intensity, high activity, 3-level warm-up. So great job with that one, everyone. Give you guys 30 seconds to grab some water here, take a seat, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on from our instant activity. Alrighty, here we go, moving on. Great job, everyone. Hope we got a good sweat in there. So what are we going to be getting into today? Today, we're going to be working on drills that practice punting for distance, accuracy, and then we're going to reach our end result of combining both of those. So we're going to be punting for distance and accuracy at the same time. This is all going to be with our dominant foot again. And then we're going to be performing this activity by ourselves. We're going to be outdoors in an open area where we have a lot of room to get these activities done just for safety reasons. So just before we get into our activities for today, here's our health activity for the day. It's just going to be about healthy eating. So you guys can see here on the left side, this is what your plate should look like whenever we're having a big meal. Like let's say we're having dinner. So we're going to want half of our entire plate to be filled with fruits and vegetables. And then we're going to want about a quarter of our plate to be filled with grains. Grains could be bread. This could be rice. This could be pasta, something like that. And then we're going to want to have another portion, the smallest portion of our plate filled with protein. So protein could be eggs. It could be chicken. It could be ground beef, steak, fish, anything like that. And then there's also some sources of protein that aren't meat. So this could be beans, this could be seeds, this could be nuts like almonds or peanuts, anything like that's going to be protein as well. And then we're also going to want to have some dairy in our diet as well, just to build our have our bones build strong as well as our teeth. So basically everything that you eat, everything that you put into your body is going into your body for a purpose, right? So we want to make sure that we want to build our healthy eating habits early in life so that when we're getting older, our body grows and does what it's supposed to in terms of eating and in terms of how your body takes the food that you eat in. I got a little video here for you guys that's just going to explain this plate a little bit more. So I'll go ahead and play that.
Sometimes it's hard to know what to eat to be healthy. My Plate is a simple guide to help us out. Notice the 5 food groups: fruits, vegetables, proteins, grains, and dairy. Our plate at home should look similar to the My Plate guide. Notice how half the plate is full of fruits and vegetables. A smaller portion contains protein, like lean meat or fish. There's also grains, like whole grain bread or pasta, and dairy, like milk, yogurt, or cheese. Follow the My Plate guide.
All right, so just a quick little video basically explaining that plate. Yeah, so I mean, you just want to be able to follow this plate. Let's try and make sure our plates when we're eating big meals look like this at home. Try and make sure we're eating very healthy food, making sure we're making good choices when we're eating so that our body stays healthy for a long period of time. All right, so again, our skill for the day is going to be punting. We got the cues for punting right here, 5 cues. Cue number 1, we're going to want to start with the ball at our waist level. Cue number 2, we're going to release or drop the ball. Cue number 3, we're going to make contact with the ball on our shoelaces, so on the top of our foot. Cue number 4, we are going to step towards our target with our non-kicking foot. And then finally, step number 5, we're going to follow through to our target with that kicking foot after we kick the ball, after we punt the ball. So activity number 1, we're going to be punting for distance. So we're going to have a 1 and 30-second timer. We're going to set up a placement marker where you're going to start, and then you're going to have another placement marker about 10 feet away from your starting position. And this will be the indication marker where you're going to be punting to. So we're going to want to punt for that distance. It's going to be about a 10-foot distance that we're trying to punt to. We're not focusing so much on the accuracy here. We're focusing on how we can adjust our kicking so that we can kick it to that second place marker. So you got Ms. Spicer here, your other teacher. She's demonstrating in this little video right here. She's kicking from her starting point, using all the correct cues, kicking or punting to her second marker, which is again about 10 feet away. So one more time, here's this video of Ms. Spicer kicking or punting the ball towards her target. That's about 10 feet away. So I'm going to give you guys a 1 and 30 seconds to do this. I'm going to mute my audio and turn my screen off. I'll give you guys about 10 seconds before I start your timer. to set up your 2 starting and stopping points, but then we're going to get into our activity. All right, go ahead and finish up your last punt here, everyone, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so activity number 1, punting for distance. This is going to be a continuation on what we just did. You guys are going to get another minute and 30 seconds. What we're going to be doing here is we're just going to be moving our second target about 5 feet back. So we're going to have about a 15-foot punt here that we're going to try and aim for. And we want to make sure we're using those correct cues again. You see, we got a demonstration video right here from Ms. Spicer doing a punt with the correct cues to her target, which is about 15 feet away. So let's make sure we have that second cone or marker, placement marker, moved back a little bit. Go ahead and mute my audio and turn my screen off and let you guys get into the rest of this activity. All right, go ahead and finish up our last punt here, and we're going to move on. All right, activity number 2. This one's going to be punting for accuracy. So again, we're going to have a minute and 30-second timer, which is going to be on the next slide. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to set up a placement marker where they will start your task. So just leave your starting placement marker from the last task. And then we're going to want to set up a basket, a hula hoop, or a hamper about 5 feet away from where you're going to start. And the goal is going to be punt the ball with a light force and land it in the target area. So you see Ms. Spicer here is using 2 cones to punt through them. So Basically, if you don't have 2 placement markers, we're going to want to land it in that area or hit that target. So if you have a hula hoop, we're going to want to try and punt it into the hula hoop. If you have a basket or a hamper, anything like that, we're going to want to try and hit the target. And as you can see, Ms. Spicer here is punting with the correct cues for accuracy right here. So we're going to go ahead and get into our task. Again, you can see the demo video. If you guys need another look at that, just go ahead and take a look at that. Again, we got 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and mute my audio, turn my screen off, get you guys into this activity. All right, go ahead and finish up our last punt that we're working on right now. Go ahead and get into the next part. Going to be activity number 2 continued. Again, punting for accuracy. But just like the last one, we're going to, just like when we were punting for distance, we're going to be moving that second point back about 5 feet. So we're going to have a total of about 10 feet away from the starting point is going to be your target area. The goal of this task is to work on accuracy and punting to their target area. If we don't have a basket, a hula hoop, or a hamper, we can again use water bottles, cones, anything like that to try and indicate the target area as well. Try and land the ball right around in that area or hit your target if it bounces after. If it bounces after it successfully lands in the area, that's still an accurate kick to that area. So just keep that in mind when we're doing that. Again, we're going to have 1 minute and 30 seconds. We got our punting for accuracy right here. You can see she moved her cones about 5 feet back. I apologize for that last video not playing, but we got the video right here, thankfully, just in case if you guys need to take another look at that, go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get you guys into activity number 2, last minute and 30 seconds of this activity. to go ahead and finish up that last punt. I'm sure everyone's doing a great job with this, making sure we're getting all those correct cues in order to successfully punt the ball for accuracy. All right, so activity number 3, our third and final activity for the day. We're going to be combining everything that we just learned about and everything that we just did. So we're going to be punting for distance and accuracy. So for this task, we're going to want to set up a placement marker for us to start at. So again, just leave that placement marker, that starting marker that you've been using for the entirety of the lesson right where it is, and then we'll set up the rest of it as we go. So we're going to want to walk out about 20 feet from our starting point and place your target area or your target objects down on the ground. You can see again, Ms. Spicer here using those 2 cones to demonstrate her target area for distance and accuracy. So again, that distance is going to be about 20 feet. And then we're going to want to accurately kick the ball to that area. So if we don't have a basket, a hula hoop, or a hamper, we can use water bottles, cones, basically whatever you guys have been using for this lesson, just keep using that. It's all going to work out just the same. Again, so if it bounces in that target area and then it bounces out, that's still a successful kick for accuracy. So we want to make sure we're kicking to the correct distance, which is about 20 feet, and we're going to be kicking that correct accuracy as well. So we want to make it inside that target area that we've made for ourselves. And we got the video right here, Ms. Spicer demoing what we're going to be doing. Here's the video again, just in case if you guys need to take a look at that again, kicking for or punting for distance and accuracy here. Let's make sure we try and get it into that target area with that correct distance and accuracy using those correct cues that we talked about earlier in the lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a 3-minute timer here. I'll mute my audio, turn my video off, and let you guys get into it. that activity. Hope everyone gets their last punt in real quick. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and move on. Okay, so that was our final activity for the day. Again, today we worked on punting. The correct cues for punting are you're going to start with the ball at your waist level. We're going to release or drop the ball. We're going to want to make contact with the ball on our shoelaces. We're going to want to step towards the target with our non-kicking foot, and then we're going to want to follow through to our target. So for our assessment for the day, we have the QR code right here. It's going to be a flip grid again, like we've been doing for our previous lessons. We're going to have someone record you using Flipgrid, and we're going to submit a video showing us the last activity that we did, activity number 3. It's going to be punting for distance and accuracy. So just go ahead and restart that lesson, or not that lesson, restart that activity, and just show us your progress that we went through in today's lesson. And we're also going to want you guys to explain the cues for punting in that lesson as well. We have them right here on the slide. I'll read them out for you guys one more time. It's going to be ball at waist level. Cue number 1. Cue number 2, release and drop the ball. Cue number 3, make contact with the ball on your shoelaces. Cue number 4, step towards the target with your non-kicking foot, and then follow through with your dominant kicking foot to perform a proper punt. So this is going to be the QR code again for you guys. And then we also have the access code right here as well for the Flipgrid. So use one of those to get into the group. So for next class, we're going to need a ball that can be dribbled, so a soccer ball or a playground ball. And then we're going to need objects that we've been using as markers. So whatever you guys have been using for each different lesson is going to work again for this lesson. So a cone, water bottle, any type of cup, plastic cup, anything like that, shoe, pillow, anything, really anything, whatever you guys have been using is going to go ahead and it's going to work for that class. So. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. Hope all you guys got a great workout. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.